Why expats are leaving Costa Rica in 2026? The real reason no one talks about. I am here to tell you more about what I have been observing since living in Costa Rica since 2018. I moved with my family of four from the Netherlands, and I'm kind of seeing a pattern of why people are leaving. If you're looking for information about moving to Costa Rica, welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, just do that by clicking that pop-up or one of the links in the description down below. Hit the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. I have learned so much since I moved here, and I'm happy to share everything I have learned here on the channel. For those who are curious what it is that I do to make my living in Costa Rica, I work online and teach and coach people from all over the world since 2015 on how to create a remote business, how to monetize your passion. And for that, I'm going to refer you to the first comment. Click that link or the first link in the description down below. Okay, let's go into the reasons why people leave Costa Rica. Why are expats coming with a big dream, a big desire, and suddenly they're leaving? You want to know, I bet. Reason number one is that people think that Costa Rica will fix their lives, and a lot of new expats come and move to Costa Rica because they have relationship problems, they have health issues, they feel burned out, they're just not satisfied with their lives. Whatever they're suffering from, Costa Rica simply amplifies who they already are. So it's not a fix. And that's why a lot of people won't make it here. So that's a big reason number one. Reason number two why expats leave Costa Rica in 2026 is people underestimate the emotional side of immigration, like leaving friends and family behind, loneliness, but also cultural differences, feeling that you don't really belong here, but also that you let go of where you come from. There's a big reason why people are leaving. I see it happen all the time. Well, reason number three is simple. The fantasy online is completely different from real life daily. Especially people fall in love and make the decision to move to Costa Rica during a vacation, sometimes multiple vacations. However, after arriving here and really living here, people stumble upon the reality of having no electricity, for example, weather circumstances. It's a real logistic challenge to get from A to B, often because of the state of the roads, the weather, situations, cows on the road, traffic jams, jungles, landslide blockages and stuff. Also internet issues, the way to communicate with people sometimes is gone just because cables can break, monkeys on the cables. My students always laugh when I say it, when I couldn't come online, but this is the reality. Slower systems. People from Europe, like where I come from, or from North America, are used to, set appointments, being on time. Here, everything goes way slower, but not everyone can deal with that. So yeah, the real daily life is often so much different than vacation and the online representation of Costa Rica that not everyone makes it. And again, it happens often within the first year or right after the first year. Reason number four is a huge one that I make a lot of content about, but people arrive here without any income strategy. A lot of people sell their house, their property, or something where they come from, sometimes a business. And they come here trusting on the fact that they can live on that budget for a while. However, Costa Rica is the most expensive country in Central and South America. And a lot of people don't know. Secondly, people count on having an Airbnb. But for having an Airbnb, you need maintenance teams. Like, when your toilet is clogged, who do you call? A lot of people they come here, they don't speak the language. They start an Airbnb, something breaks, they don't know how to fix it. And they came here just hardly making ends meet because they put all their investment in something, or they are losing all their money because they're renting a place. They live in a place where I live, not somewhere in San Jose where the rents are cheap, but in a nice place. Rents are high, and people see their money going down the drain during daily life on stuff. And without a financial solid plan, a lot of people have to leave. They have to go back to where they come from and get a job. And this is not just one person. I've seen multiple people, my direct neighbors. They had to go back to the States because they couldn't make ends meet. He lost his job. He was working online, and now he had to go back to find a job. So this is exactly what I preach, what I teach. Go to the link in the comment or the first link below my videos. If you see this problem coming and you want to solve it before suffering from it, okay? Start learning now, start building the roof while the sun is still shining, and be location independent like I am. And I'm happy to show you the way. Reason number 5. I already covered a little bit, but Costa Rica has changed in price. While around the year 2000 and before, Costa Rica was not expensive. But with a lot of new people coming here, a movement has started, and it's not positive for the locals, and it's not positive for the new immigrants. It's called gentrification. Like, for example, in towns like Tamarindo, it is almost impossible to find a local priced a family restaurant called a soda, and it's very North American atmosphere. A lot of Ticos, a lot of locals, Costa Ricans, don't feel home there. And actually, it's impossible for them to find housing that locals can afford. So that's a big problem. So, but it also means the way that Costa Rica has changed, that you don't always see on videos of content makers about Costa Rica, is that it's way busier. If you are coming, for example, where I live in Santa Teresa, you're never going to be by yourself in the ocean. It's fighting for a wave, you know. There's so many more people here moving here as well. And that's not always fun, and that's also why a lot of people go back. So inflation is a big part, but also imported products. You know, the real authentic Costa Rica is kind of slipping away, unfortunately. And I'm aware that everyone who moves here leaves their footprint, and that's how I always am doing my very best to contribute to Costa Rica, to, you know, assist in local projects, to buy in local supermarkets. And with that, I want you to know this reason, because it could be a slam in your face when you live here and you don't feel like you're really living in Costa Rica because you chose a town where only North Americans are living. Just saying, be aware of it. And also that a lot of locals are not super happy with all new people moving here, because they literally all together make it very hard to stay Costa Rican, authentic Costa Rican. I just want you to be aware. Next reason, that's reason number 6, the tire kickers, the complainers, the people who come here for whatever reason. Maybe they had a really wonderful vacation or a couple of nice experiences here, but now they're just live here and are unwilling to adapt. They're always comparing their current place where they're living in Costa Rica with where they come from, and basically it will never be good enough. That is the group that just literally made a mistake. If you don't want to adjust to the Costa Rica culture and you're really in love with where you come from, just take Costa Rica as a vacation country, but not as your new home. That's my advice. Next reason, number 7. What is very hard for a lot of people, after talking to them, this is kind of what I observed, is that having or finding your inner peace while living in paradise, I mean Costa Rica with that, because I really truly believe it's paradise. You need to be able to find inner peace amongst all the reasons I just shared above. Find your inner peace. You know, I started to meditate way more after arriving in Costa Rica with my family, and it kind of accelerated having the good things come to me. But also, I let go of the stress, and I am excited to tell you I'm a success story. I'm here now 7.5 years, and I don't think that a lot of people can say that about moving to Costa Rica and experiencing Costa Rica. So my experiences are unique, and of course I don't know you that well, but I am super happy to answer your questions. If you may have them, just comment in the comment box, or fill out your name and email behind one of the links that you see around my video if you want to learn more about remote business building or getting more exposure for whatever brick and mortar business you have. I don't believe in having a job and moving to Costa Rica as a great match because, well, I shared it already why having a job is not solid. Being self-employed and knowing what you do as a self-employed person online is mega important, and I think that is basically the biggest guarantee that you will make it financially in Costa Rica, but also work on your inner peace, because that creates a big chunk of how to deal with things that's part of daily life here. Thanks for watching, and I'm happy to meet you one day in Costa Rica. Oh yeah, also if you would have like very personal questions that you don't want to share here in the comments, you can also book a consulting call with me and just drop your very personal questions and book your call, and we will talk soon, or maybe see you one day in Costa Rica. Bye for now.